You watch videos on identity shifting and you're completely bought in on this idea. It seems powerful. It seems like the thing you should be focusing on, and I agree with that. And you've done the exercises. However, nothing's working, is it? And even if it feels like it might be working or you're making a little bit of progress, you're still wondering, where's the big shift? Why is this not happening the way that they talk about it happening? In this video, you will find out why those things that you've been learning from those other videos don't work, and you will find out what actually does shift your identity instead of just sitting around hoping something works. I want to start off though by saying what most of these identity shifting videos get right. What they seem to understand is how important and powerful it is to shift your identity. When you think about all the things you want to acquire and goals you want to achieve, the highest leverage point for creating the life that you want to live starts with you. It starts with your identity, because when you make a change at the identity level, it generalizes to all areas of your life, because there's one thing that we know for certain: wherever you go, you take yourself. So when you make a change within your identity, it's going to spread out to every relationship. It affects all areas of your life. So we also want to be very careful about how we change our identity. Now, this is about the only thing these videos get right. They talk about how important it is, and they make really good points about it. And what I like to just call that is leverage. If you are going to put effort into something, you want to put the least amount of effort with the maximum return. And identity shifting is where it's at. If you're into personal development, you want to improve yourself, the best way to go to it is to go to the source, go to the core. That is your identity. You can make certain changes, say in your habits, or you can make a certain change in an area of your life, like maybe you level up in your career, and that's nice, and those changes are always good, but those changes are only relevant in those particular areas. Like just changing a habit, well, you've broken habits before, or you've made better habits, and those things are improvements, but like I said, they're only improvements in one area of your life. You change your identity, you're off to changing everything. You can shift your identity enough in a way that creates the life that you want to live. Creating the life you want to live is actually a byproduct of who you're becoming, who you're shifting and transforming into. Now, even though I think in most identity shifting videos, people get the importance of identity shifting, I have to take a step back and think, I don't think they really understand it though. I don't think that they really know what an identity shift is. And that's based on the practices and the exercises that they tell people to follow in order to shift their identity. If they truly understood what identity is and how to shift it, these are not the practices they would be prescribing, because the practices they prescribe will never get you there. Let's talk about them. And by the way, most of these videos are 99% telling you how important identity shifting is and 1% telling you how to do it. It's pretty much the same in every single video, and it doesn't work. Here's what they will tell you. They will tell you to fake it till you make it. Can't believe how pervasive this idea is. There are certain circumstances where this can be useful. I don't like to call it fake though. In NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, we call this act as if, or the as if frame. This is very useful in understanding and taking in new information. When you think that you can't do something, and then you ask yourself, well, what would it be like if I could? When you throw that if in there, and you're starting to think more in possibility rather than limitation. That is useful. It's not going to shift your identity though. What people will tell you is to fake it, to act as if you have the life that you want to live. So act as if you are a multi-millionaire. Well, if you truly did that, you would be spending money that you don't have. You would be spending money on things that you really couldn't afford. So yeah, you might rack up a lot of debt on your credit cards acting as if, but that doesn't make you a millionaire. What I like to tell people is you become what you practice. So if you practice being fake, you are just becoming fake. Lead cannot turn into gold. Faking being the person you want to be does not make you that person. Another one they will prescribe is journaling. I love journaling. I've been journaling for probably about 20 years now. I've been journaling ever since I read the book The Artist's Way. Highly recommend it. It's a great book. I took on that practice called the morning pages, and I do it pretty much every morning. I love getting my thoughts out on paper first thing in the morning, and that kind of opens that creative channel, but it's not going to shift your identity. Then there's affirmations. They've been around for probably thousands of years. This idea that you can stand in front of a mirror and just tell yourself over and over who you are or who you want to be, and then suddenly that makes you that. Again, this is sort of like fake it till you make it. It's just not going to work, and in fact, most of the time, time, when you keep saying you are something that you are not, you're just strengthening the belief that you are not that thing. So you're actually creating an internal conflict. Most affirmations are more destructive than they are useful. Then there's the just go out and have new experiences, the just go change yourself. This idea of willing and disciplining yourself to change, to turn into a new person. Now, oftentimes they won't even go to that part of it, the willing part, but that's actually what they're saying. They're saying, oh, just go out and change. Just go have new experiences. Do something different than what you would normally do. So what they're actually saying is use willpower to do this or use discipline to do this. And this also backfires. If you have to fight yourself to become the person you want to be, you should know that something's not right there. You should not have to fight yourself to become who you want to be. You are who you are. So this is about transformation. This is about taking what is already there and making it even better, not going to war with yourself. That will never get you to where you want to go. There are no winners when you're in a fight with yourself. And then there's the vibrating on the right frequency stuff, the law of attraction, the law of assumption. There is no frequency. Frequency implies that it's something that you can measure, how frequent it happens. And this frequency that they often refer to, this vibration that they refer to, has never been detected. For it to be a vibration or a frequency, you have to be able to measure it, and there is no such thing. This idea that your thoughts broadcast waves and frequencies and things like that, this has never been proven. It is just a myth, maybe a metaphor if at best. If you're going to rely on vibrations and frequencies, and if you've ever tried this, you kind of know that deep down inside there's a part of you saying, I don't really know what's happening here. There isn't a real vibration or a frequency. What it ends up doing is it turns into more of a religion, a set of beliefs. You just want to believe that it's true, so you act as if. When people who are really involved in law of attraction and law of assumption and years go by and nothing really happens, they do admit to me that it never worked for them. And I get a lot of comments on my videos thanking me for talking about this because a lot of people won't talk about it. It's a heretical idea to speak it out loud, to say that this doesn't actually work in personal development and self-help circles. People actually will come down on you for that, and I get attacked all the time in the comment sections of my videos when I talk about this because people are so into this, like the more that they can believe it, the more that it will make it true. And that's just not so. Your beliefs are your beliefs, and they're not going to change the objective world out there. You're not going to turn the sky dark or make it rain by your thoughts. That's just not a thing. It's never been proven. And you're just wasting your time if you're trying to shift your identity that way. This is the first thing these people creating these videos get wrong. You could practice all of these practices for the rest of your life, and you will probably never experience an identity shift. And if you do, it's not going to be from these practices, I assure you. The second thing they get wrong is they base this identity shifting on what you will have, the life you will have, the money you're going to have, the beautiful wife, the handsome husband, all these ideas about materialism and what you will acquire. This is not identity shifting. This is trying to get stuff to validate yourself. Identity shifting starts with you, your identity. It doesn't start with, oh, if I just assume that I have all the things that I want, then I'll become the person that I want. That's putting the cart before the horse. Identity shifting is about becoming that person who creates the life that you want to live, not creating the life you want to live, and that somehow turns you into the person you want to be. Now, there's plenty of people who go about life this way, and they might not even know anything about identity shifting or care. What ends up happening for these people, they're high achievers. They can make things happen. They're very disciplined. They think of something that they want, and they really go after it. And they think that if they have enough success, that's going to make them feel worthy or deserving. They get the wealth, they get the house, the car, the beautiful wife, or the handsome husband, and then they wonder why they still feel exactly the same. Nothing has really changed. They still feel empty inside. Now, how do I know this? Well, most of my one-on-one clients are exactly that. They are these high achievers, become very successful, and they can understand why they're so unfulfilled. The reason is they've never really worked on themselves. They've never really worked on their identity. So there's nothing wrong with any of those things. There's nothing wrong with accumulating wealth or having cars and houses and beautiful boyfriends or girlfriends or husbands and wives. Go for it. But don't think that that's going to make you happy or that's going to make you who you want to be. It doesn't work that way. And if you need any more evidence that those things will not make you happy and fulfilled, look at celebrities. Celebrities have all the wealth, all the beauty and influence, and people love them. And yet you still have many celebrities who are deeply unhappy. And some of them, unfortunately, turn to drugs or they commit suicide. So if those things really transformed you and made you happy and fulfilled, all celebrities would be quite happy people, and they're just not. And again, there's nothing wrong with being a celebrity at all. But thinking that creating the life you want or having all of this material possession and wealth is going to shift your identity, or trying to imagine those things and fantasize about those things as if you're stepping into it, that's not going to shift your identity. If that was a practice that actually worked and could create those things for you, you would still feel like the same person. If you felt undeserving before, you're still going to feel undeserving after you have those things. If you felt unworthy before, you're still going to feel those things afterward. So this focus of imagining you have all the things you want somehow shifts your identity. It does not. So this is another thing that they get wrong. What identity shifting is really about is shifting into the person you value. And that takes knowing your values. That doesn't take knowing you want a nice car or a nice house. Knowing your values is where it's at. And most people don't even know what their values are. They might know what their goals are, but they don't know the values that are driving them to want to achieve that goal. And that comes from within. And aligning with your values is where self-esteem comes from. It's where confidence comes from. It's where fulfillment comes from. Most of these people, if they just knew how to elicit their values, they would be going in that direction rather than teaching on these videos that identity shifting is about fantasizing about all the stuff you'll have. Start with your values, and that is a much better start than trying to fantasize about the life you want. And if you want an exercise on how to elicit your values, you will find one in the description below this video, or you can scan this QR code. Another thing they get wrong is this idea of you have to forget yourself, like you have to disavow your old self and your old life to shift into the identity that you want to be. Now, this is very destructive. This idea of trying to disassociate yourself from who you are right now and trying to start life all over again, that psychologically is not healthy at all. We want to be connected, integrated. We want to be self-aware, self-reflective. We want to know who we are right now so we can become who we want to be. And shifting your identity, transforming into who you want to be, the fastest and easiest way to do that is to rely on the experiences you've already lived. Believe it or not, you have already lived a wealth of experiences that will get you to where you want to be. You could transform in an hour. You could have a major transformation just using the raw material of the experiences you've already had. So this is very strange to me when I see this in identity shifting videos where they'll tell you, oh yeah, you can shift your identity in a moment or in an hour. They'll make that claim, but then they say, but you have to forget your old self and start over. Well, if you had to forget your old self and start over, that means you have to kind of pretend like you're completely clean slate and that you're starting to live life from now as if nothing has mattered or nothing happened before now. That would take decades. Even if it worked, it would take decades to sort of build a new life that way, start from scratch, building new experiences. It's ridiculous. You don't have to do that. You have already lived enough experiences to be the person you want to be right now. And that might not connect with you right now, but if you follow the things that I show you, you'll see that it's already there. You're just overlooking it. You might not believe it, but you are pretty much 80 to 90% already the person you want to be and the person who creates the life you want to live. It is amazing how much we're just overlooking the wealth and the wisdom from all of our experiences that we've already lived. So you do not want to throw all of that out. That is gold. You want to use that. It's just a matter of restructuring those experiences. So the ones that really support you in being who you want to be, you give most of your attention to that while setting aside or overlooking the ways in which you have not been yourself. And there is an exact process on how to do that. This is the core of everything that I teach. So like I said, you can transform this very moment just by understanding how you structure your beliefs. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. You do not need to fake anything. You do not need to go out and have new experiences, and you definitely do not need to pretend you are someone else. So what is identity shifting? I have not seen a video that simply tells you what it is, and I can just give it to you very simply right here. And let's break it down into its two parts because there's identity and there's shifting. So what is identity? Your identity is all of the beliefs you have about yourself, both positive and negative, combined into one generalization. We could call that a belief. We could call that a category. that you call self. Your sense of self is a generalization that combines every belief you have about yourself, both positive and negative, and most of these beliefs are actually unconscious. You don't even know that you believe them. Now, they can be made conscious and they can be transformed. That brings us to the shifting part. What is it? It's a transformation. It is when you have a transformation in your beliefs about who you are, when you transform a belief about who you are, when you go from believing you are a failure to believing you are a success. That is a transformation. When you go to believing you're an unhappy person to believing you are a happy person, that is a transformation. When you transform a belief, a negative belief about who you are, into a positive belief, your self-esteem goes up, your confidence goes up, and when you do this right, you're transforming that belief based on actual experiences that you've lived. So this is accurate. You're not faking anything. So it's as real to you as anything else. This process is so amazing because what is real to you is what you give your attention to. And how you know what to give your attention to is based on how your thoughts are structured. It's that structure that pulls together and creates a belief, also known as a generalization. So if you're not changing beliefs about who you are not identity shifting. If you are watching videos from all of these so-called gurus who are talking about identity shifting, and they're not primarily talking about beliefs, about transforming beliefs about yourself, do not listen to them. They do not know what they're talking about. You might think that that's very arrogant of me to say because you might watch these videos of these people and they're very charismatic and you like them, and that's fine. I don't have anything against that, but are you actually able to use what they're teaching you and shift your identity? Let me know in the comments below. You might be thinking, why should I believe you, Damon? You just come here and start saying you know how to shift identity and all of these people don't. Well, what credibility do you have? Well, I am the only person making videos about identity shifting who can demonstrate it. And if you want to see one of those demonstrations, you can check out this video right here.